Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Chicago Cubs Legends Fantasy Draft Series. Here on MLB The Show 25, we return, and we've got a jam-packed episode today. Because not only will we have all-star stuff to take care of, we will also have draft and trade deadline. That's right, all three in today's episode. So if you go on to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe channel, join the Juice Club, and let's kick this off with some simulation. As you can see, our record is not that great, 34-38. But my teams in Legends Fantasy Draft Series always start off in Season 1 pretty poor, and then we go into the off-season, into free agency, and we revamp the team, and then we play a lot better. So the first year is kind of just a buffer year. But let's keep going here. Let's get into the month of July. We've got another scouting assignment day. And remember, scouting in a Legends Draft Series for me is not super important because these guys are really never going to see the light of day unless they're either trade bait or they're just an absolute unbelievable stud that we cannot deny, like in the Toronto Blue Jays series last year with that guy that we drafted who was just a freak, and he played the next year. So that's really the only way that they'll ever be recognized. Mainly, we're going to be drafting them for trade bait to get legends. Speaking of legends, we've got a chance to jump in here. The salami has been put on the table. Tommy Daly is on the mound. Rodriguez, A-Rod at the plate. Biggio, Kelenic, and Walker are on the bases. It's the top of the eighth, 2 outs. We're down by 2, 6-4. I can't pass up a salami, man. They actually brought in a new pitcher, Devin Williams. So if we're going to go Tommy Daly, they bring in a new pitcher out of the bullpen to face A-Rod. That might be a good thing. It might end up being a bad thing. A-Rod's hitting 211, runners and scores the show. I wish he was hitting a little bit better, but it is what it is. We might be able to adjust that with our play here tonight. If I can just put something over into the seats, a grand slam would feed families here in Chicago. Not swinging that baseball. We're not going to get yelled at. We might get something else. We're not going to get yelled at. Everyone just looks a little weird in Cubs uniform. We'll say that. But at least the home jersey has pitchers, so he gets to wear pitchers. Another ball, definitely pitch a little scared. Take a run, which makes sense. Everyone is a masher of the baseball. And that one is not going to be mashed. It was set. He floated to center field. And that will end our rally. That's disappointing. I will say that. Very, very disappointing. And we end up not being able to win. We lose the baseball game. Altuve had 2 home runs. Like, that's me. What year is it? That's crazy. Hold it, Altuve. Alright, whatever. Another loss. We continue to lose. There's a win. Chris has some elbow tightness. We keep on losing. Chapman's out for 2 to 3 months with a shoulder separation. That's not good. Another scouting day. We are at the bottom of the National League now. We will take off John Logan. He does look pretty solid, but he is, at the end of the day, a relief pitcher. We're picking at number 17 this year. So we got to find guys that are going to probably be available at 17. We might as well scout Geronimo Lopez. Walker Cutcliffe doesn't look horrible, but he's a closing pitcher, which isn't ideal for the first round at least. Who's going to be the next guy? Ryan Walker, maybe? Marlon Carpenter? That's a crazy name. Claudio Nieves? Geraldo de Villar. We've scouted some of these guys. Derek Gonzalez, decent shortstop. Thomas Moreno has a chance to be a really fast guy, so I'm going to scout him just because of that. I want to know. I want to know what love is. Marlon Carpenter, I kind of want to know about him too. So let's scout these 3. And we will keep on keeping on as we end the month of June. We come into July with a chance to draft somebody pretty awesome, hopefully. Another scouting day. We've only got... Oh, this is the last one. I was going to say we only got one more. This is the last one. So I might as well just keep these guys in here because we're not going to get any information out of anybody else. So let's just get the best information we can from these final guys, and we will go to the draft. Jacob Melton's injured. We've got another chance to jump in here. And you know what? We might jump in one more time before we actually get the draft. Top of the ninth, on the road in Minnesota. A-Rod and Joey Bats on base. Bryce Harper. I do tend to hit pretty well with Bryce Harper, just not this. In the past, I've hit pretty well consistent with Bryce Harper. Maybe I can get that magic back. All right, Bryce. This is your chance. Let's get some of that magic. Chris Sale. We have a version of Chris Sale, but remember there are multiple variants of certain players in this league. This is obviously a younger version of Chris Sale, the Twins have. Bryce Harper's having a crazy good year, though. He's hitting .341 right now. And he might have just added to that, get deep, get deep, get deep. No, it's not going to go far enough. It is not going to go far enough. It'll be caught by the center fielder, unfortunately. Too big of a ballpark. If we were playing in a minor league field, that probably would have been out of here. The Grandy man steps to the plate. What do we got? He's got a floater into left field, but that will hook to foul territory. 225 with runners in scoring position? Well, let's add to that. Let's add to that, Curtis. What you got for me? I'm tempted to bunt. Not swinging at that pitch, though. No, not swinging at that. I'm not stupid. I may look stupid, but I'm not stupid. Although I will pop that one into left field. Shallow territory. He will come and get it. All right. All right. It's okay. Gary Carter. 0 for 3 today. He could make it 1 for 4 in dramatic fashion. He's going to get a chopper to Chris Sale. If Sale bops it, he doesn't. And the Twins take the dub. That is unfortunate. Sandy Alcantara, 8 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, no earned runs. A shutout, team shutout for Minnesota. That is tragic. We have 3 days until the draft. Let's keep on keeping on. Another loss to the Twins. Another win against the Yankees. Let's sim to the draft. Go to the 2025 MLB draft. Here we go. We pick at number 17. I only scouted Zachary Nishi just because I was curious about the number 1 overall player. So we're not going to take him. Obviously, we're not even going to put him on our board because we're not going to have a chance to take him. Why would I put him on the board? Okay. So everybody else. Anthony Ramos is injured right now. Interesting. Okay, that changes things. He might be gone by 17, but still. Phil Dorsey, we got him up to 40%. Who was the guy that I was leaning towards? Was it Walter Park? I mean, he doesn't look bad. Colby it was this guy. It was Colby. I remember him. I'm going to add him to the draft board. I remember Colby Orozco from the Dominican. Yeah, he was definitely the one I was looking at the most. Geronimo Lopez looks solid, but he's not going to be around in the second round. Elroy Sheehan could be interesting. Todd Moss. Boyd Britton. Captain Britton. Thomas Moreno. Roderick Ruiz. There's Marlon Carpenter. Bobby Knapp. Bobby Knapp looks okay. I doubt any of these guys are going to be available in the second round, though, which is the problem. Anthony Ramos is hurt. Oh, we're back to the top. Okay. Oh, I have no idea. I'm just going to put the rest on the board because I have no idea where we're going to go. We're going to add everybody to the draft queue. My main goal is to get Orozco. With 17, I think he should be there. But other than that, I have no plan to take anybody. So we're just going to fly by the seat of our pantalones. Is that ever a good idea? Not really, but it's kind of the way that I like to do things here. So the number 1 overall pick in the draft, the Nationals have it, and they will take Matthew Leahy. He was number 5 on our board. He's a starting pitcher. He could be good. You don't know. We don't have him scouted, so we don't know how good he is. Number 2 pick, the Angels take Zachary Nishi. We did scout him. He goes number 2 overall. He's a shortstop. They don't really need a shortstop. because I'm doing Angels franchise, so I know their positions. They don't really need a shortstop, but maybe he's versatile. Barry McCabe goes number 3, also a shortstop. The Mariners take him. Let's get to our pick. Colby's available. Thank the Lord. I would have been pretty sad. So Jared Murphy got taken. Geronimo Lopez got grabbed. Not surprised. He does look pretty solid. Anthony Ramos, he's the injured pitcher. So that's a risk one by the Rangers there. Todd Moss got grabbed. So did Roderick Ruiz. All right, well, we're taking Colby Orozco. That seems pretty obvious. He looks the best. He's got good potential. And he's our guy, especially at 17. So welcome, Colby, to the club. Appreciate that. And we will go to the next pick, which nobody left on our board is available. That is crazy. Everybody got taken between 17 and 52. Are you kidding me? Now we got to fly by the seat of our pants in the second round. I was kind of hoping that would be in the third round at the latest. Or at the earliest, I guess. I might just take this Reggie Davis guy. We might have a good chance at getting him to be pretty good. So let's just take him. I'm not going to second guess anything. Reggie Davis is mine. Send to the next pick. Who's going to be available? There's no way Dan Boggs is that good. I guess maybe he could be. Estevan Oliveros? Decent defense. Is he going to be good? There's no way. There's no way that he's actually going to be that good. It's either him or Dan Boggs. Do I want a guy that has potential to be a good hitter? Or do I want a guy who has potential to be really fast and good defense? Probably Estevan. Let's take him. There's no way he's going to be that good, but we might as well take a flyer on him, because that's what we're doing at this point, taking flyers. I should probably grab another pitcher at this point. No more starting pitchers, but there are at least some relief pitchers available. Victor Vina. We've got Ronan Monahan. Ooh, maybe we take him. Yeah, let's not overthink it. He's got a solid beard, and he looks okay for what we have scouted, which is like 10%. We are into the 5th round now, pick 152. And there's not a whole lot to pick from. Miles Mason, there's absolutely no way he's going to be that good, but I might take him just because. There's only relief pitchers available? Is that it? Is there no other prospects? There's no other prospects available. That's crazy. It's just relief pitchers. I'm going to take Miles Mason. There's absolutely no way he's any good. He looks like he's 40 years old, but I'm going to grab him. And the final pick is going to be another relief pitcher because that's all that's available. This must not have been a very deep hitting class. Enrique Chavez looks like he could be the best one. I guess I could do like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo type of thing. Just take a random guy. And I'm probably going to take... Where's Enrique? There he is. Let's just take Enrique. Enrique Chavez is my final draft pick. We got our guy, though. We got our main guy, Colby Orozco. Hopefully he's solid. He looks okay. We currently have a catcher, Gary Carter, leading in the All-Star voting for starting All-Star players. That's pretty awesome. And we will play the All-Star game in today's episode. Andrew Miller against the Yankees. We lose that game. Home Run Derby. We have anybody participating? I doubt it. No, we don't have anybody participating, so I'll choose my participant. Do I want to be Barry Bonds? Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Albert Pujols? Manny could be fun. I gotta be Barry, right? Of course I gotta be Barry.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. 8 hitters will battle, only 4 will advance. In the first 2 rounds, the contestants will have 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. But the championship round is just 2 minutes. If a contestant hits a home run over 425 feet during bonus time...
Okay, here we go. It looks like they changed the way that the bracket works for the Home Run Derby. I'm not familiar with what the changes made, so we're just going to skip through until we get to our guy. Babe Ruth hit 12, it looks like. And now, can Hank Aaron do better than that? He cannot, so he loses. Oh, so they changed it to... So it's not like a you versus you. It's the top 4 home runs. I get it now. Okay, Pujols hits 20. The fact that Pete Rose is here is kind of crazy. But he hit 22. He now leads. So it's Pete Rose and Pujols who are pretty much safe at this point. 27 for Ralph Kiner. Okay, never mind. Kiner is guaranteed to be. What's this? Play in a home run derby. Okay. I got a trophy. Barry Bonds, trying to get him safe. I have not played in a home run derby since the last one from 24, whenever that was. So it's a little bit of rust, but I got the big Barry Bonds. Barry Bones. Melon head. His head grew to the size of a pumpkin, a large pumpkin, one you use like for carving. Oh, that felt real good off the baseball bat. 457. All we have to do is get into the 20s, and we should be safe. I doubt that anyone behind us hits more than like 25. So if we can just get ourselves into the 20, we will be good. I don't know how I feel about the change that they made to the home run derby this year. I'll have to watch it in real life and see if this is. I mean, why would they change it in MLB The Show if they didn't change it in real life? I just didn't hear about it, which seems kind of weird because I feel like I always hear about changes to like the All-Star Game and stuff. I did hear they're gonna play with their team jerseys, right, instead of like a uniform this year, or is that wrong? I feel like that's what I heard. I might need to use my timeout now. Yeah, let's use the timeout. Okay, we're into the middle teens, but we need to get into the 20s, and I don't know if we're gonna have enough time to get into the 20s. What's this out of 40 pitches? Because the time is going down. Am I done after that, or do I have the pitches? Oh, now I go into the outs. Wait, what? So 425, instead of getting bonus time, it equals +1 out for a 425 home run, I guess? Wait, what is happening? I guess I should have read the rules. I didn't think that they changed it, so I didn't read the rules because I know how to do the old school home run derbies, or the previous one. But we are into the 20s now, which is nice. If we hit 23, we should be safe. I should be 23. Oh, it's just short. One more out remains, and it could be right there. Nope, that's 435. And that's the final. So we hit 23. I guess that's going to be good because there's 27, and then we're the second highest. So unless Manny goes crazy in this one, we should be safe. He hit 19. Okay, that makes me feel better. Ted Williams, he hits. How many did he hit? He hit 14. So we do move on, and now it's you versus you. Okay, I get it. I get it now. What happened? Pulls it. Wait, what? Let me just go to next batter next user batter. There we go. I'm kind of confused on the bracket because it didn't change. It didn't take away the home runs, so I don't know. I guess I should have read it more. I guess when we get to Angels home run derby, I'll read it a little bit more. I didn't think I needed to because I didn't know they changed it. All I know is we have to get past 15 with Pete Rose. That's all that I know. But I'm still confused about the pitches out of 40. Like, what is that? If the timer's going down, what does that mean?
2 minutes remaining.
Is there a way that I could get to 40 pitches before the 2 minutes is, or the 3 minutes is up? Or 2 minutes, whatever it is? That seems kind of hard to do, but maybe it's possible. Oh, that was a good pitch. That was a really good pitch. 459, that was on top of the roof of that little restaurant thing they got over there, the Chop House. I want one to break the glass of the Chop House. That'd be hilarious. Land in somebody's spaghetti. Their spaghetti. We're looking pretty comfortable there. We got about a minute to go. I still got my timeout, which I might use after that home run. Let's call it right there. We just need one more to tie, and we need one more to take the lead. That's the one to tie, and this one will be the victory right there, Barry. To the finals. All right, versus Ralph Kiner. Okay, what's he got for me? He put up 16. That's light work. I can do that in my Sleepe. Sleepe Miocic. Ooh, hear the crack of the baseball bat. Another one. I'm feeling good. I'm not even power swinging. My energy's going down like cray-cray right now. I'm just doing normal swings. Ooh, that one felt good. 458. We're hitting some mega nukes right now. 468. That one felt good. 420. Blaze it. That one's not good. That's okay. Is that gonna? That's dead center. Is that gonna go? Barely. 410. That should get over. 376. That one's gone. 392. That one should be gone. 433. So it looks like we're going to have to go into the bonus round with the outs and stuff. Yeah, here we go. So the 425 home runs equal 1 plus out, so we get an extra out if we hit over 425. I'm guessing. I might need to use my timeout. Yeah. No, I can't. I don't have one, apparently. But we just need... Oh, no. We're down to our final out. Come on, Barry. No! I'm going to fall a home run short of Kiner. Oh, that's brutal. Ralph Kiner will get it done. He will win the Derby. Oh, that sucks. I had that. I swung a little bit early and I missed it. Barry Bonds will fall. That's unfortunate. All right, All-Star Game, and how this is going to work, instead of how it used to work the last times we've done Legend Series where we play the whole game as the whole episode, the All-Star Game, this time, at least for this year, we're only going to do our own team members. So whoever from our team has made the All-Star Game, we will play as them, kind of like how we do for the other series, just now for this Legend Series. So Quick Counts is going to be on. Who made it for our boys? Not Nick Martinez, not the Roy Halladay, not Glasnow. None of these boys have made it so far. We had to have had a pitcher, right? There's Andrew Miller, so we get a relief pitcher. But we don't get any other pitcher. All right, that's okay. We know that we're going to have Chris Carter, or Gary Carter, not Chris Carter. Roberto Alomar, Ted Williams, Hank Aaron, Galarraga, Bagwell. Johnny Bench stole the catcher starter from us. Jose Ramirez, Griffey, and Gunnar Henderson. So we don't have any starters, but there's Gary Carter. Do we get anybody else? Any steals? Molitor, Rollins, Guerrero, Manny, Strawberry, Canseco. So we only get 2 All-Stars this year. That seems a little bit disrespectful, but we'll go with it. So we will only play with those guys. It looks like that's the way that it has to be. That's fine by me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
It's the American League All-Stars and the National League All-Stars. Gotta love the All-Star festivities. Always a great show. We'll be back to get this thing started after this. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Singy, always special when we get together to call the All-Star Game.
Well, we've done a lot of these together, and sometimes you come in and think, ho-hum, another year. But once you look and you see these all-star players, their uniforms on, them interacting with one another, you realize just how special it is. It's going to be a great one tonight.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go now. And on the hill, Nick Martinez. What should we keep an eye on here?
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
Okay,
Okay, here we go. We are only going to play with our guys. So let's get out of this first inning. That's pretty good. What about on the bats? Do we have anything? Ooh, nothing, but we got 2 hits. I'll take that. It's going a little bit too fast, so we'll go by pitch. That makes it a little bit easier to see what's going on. Nick Martinez has done a decent job on the mound as the starter, but his day is done because starters usually only get two innings. So we'll go Roy Halladay next up. What can he do? Triple from Morgan, gets a run in, and a sac fly RBI. We're down 2, so Roy Halladay has sucked, you could say. Alomar with a single double play. Solo homer from Hammer and Hank. And we're back in the game here. Glasnow will get a shot. But he's going up against Pujols, Rose, and Gehrig. That is not a good start. But he gets out of it. Good job. Tim Lincecum, who's having a crazy good season. No wonder he's made the All-Star game. And he does a really good job. We will wrap up with Dontrelle Willis and Trevor Bauer. A single from Ichiro. Can we do anything? Roy Oswalt comes to the mound. Okay, very interesting from the American League. Trevor Bauer, our final starter. A triple from Pujols, of all people. What are you talking about? You think Albert Pujols is getting a triple? That seems a little. Rube Foster. I don't know who that is. We don't have anything going though. All right, let's get Pettit in there. Can we do anything? Ooh, they're starting to pull their guys. I'm gonna be doing the same. Double for Larkin. All right, it's time to get our guys changed. So Johnny Bench will get subbed out for Gary Carter, and that means our first jump in. Dennis Eckersley comes in, and Gary Carter in the All-Star game. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got? First pitch swinging? Of course I am. You don't know me. It didn't really work, but I'm first pitch swinging. That's what I do. Eckersley puts a bad slider out there. That was not located very well at all. Very easy to not swing at. And I'm chopping at shortstop Carter. Okay. Nothing doing for Gary Carter. That's fine. We'll get back to the quick manage. J-Ram will get subbed out for Paul Molitor. Does he have anything going? He does not. Griffey will get subbed out for... Who can play center? Probably Strawberry, I would think. All right. Andy Pettit gets changed for probably our guy, Andrew Miller. And we'll try to get some jobs done here. Justin Morneau to the plate in a first pitch swing. Home run. American League will lead 3-1. And that came off of our guy, Andrew Miller. That is not a good showing in the All-Star game. Bill Mazeroski's here. And that's not a strike. Come on, Blue. Do we have to fight in the parking lot? Because I certainly will. 3-2 count to Mazeroski. Mazeroski, whatever his name is. Slider. And Galarraga can't make the dive. This is not... Galarraga is juiced. But this is not looking good for our boy Andrew Miller. William Contreras to the plate. He sends that to center field. Strawberry will chase it. And he will have it. All right, one down in the inning. Double play would be beautiful. I'd love it. I would love a double play. And it's the pizza man, Mike Piazza. What's he got for me? Piazza don't got anything. He's old. He's washed. Washed. Oh, nope. He's got a double. And maybe an RBI if they get moving. Hank Aaron put that into the play. There it is. 51 speed. He's going home. Roberto Alomar to the plate. And it was not accurate. It's 4-1. Andrew Miller sucking. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. It's Matt Kemp to the plate. Swing and a miss. Andrew Miller is in danger. He's had a horrible showing in the All-Star game. Why my guy? Why does my guy have to suck so bad? That's a chopper to Molitor at third. Kemp will be down. But Andrew Miller's in a tough spot. It's Joe Morgan. Swing and a miss. Come on, Andrew. Get out of the inning. Save face. Save your dignity. The sinker. Swing and a miss. Got him. Andrew Miller allows 2 runs in the top of the 8th. And I'm crying inside. All right, so Gunnar Henderson will get subbed out for Jimmy Rollins. He strikes out, because of course he does. And Bryce Terang will come in for whoever was just a second. Ted Williams gets subbed out for Manny Ramirez. And he's done, because of course he is. We go top 9. We will bring in K-Rod. Try to get out of this. And it looks like he's going to be able to. 3 strikeouts. Beautiful. Hank Aaron will get subbed for Jose Canseco. Bob Gibson comes in to shut the door. He's got a .32. Oh, my God. Galarraga for Tony Perez. And then Jeff Bagwell for the Babe. Can the Babe save us? He cannot. We lose 4-1 to the American League. We could not do anything against their pitching. We suck. Absolute drunken orgies. That was bad. Very, very bad. But it's okay. It's totally fine. Because now it's a day to sign draft picks. We will find out if Colby is good, right? Is this where we find out? I don't think this is where we find out. But Colby's got 50%. That's perfect. Yes, I know how to do it. We'll get Reggie Davis on 2, and then we might as well try to sign these other guys that have good motivation. All right, here it is. Our number 1 draft pick. He's 50% to sign. I'll bump it up to $4 million. And he has chosen to sign. We get our first round pick. What about, okay, we can't do Reggie Davis yet, but we can do Ronan Monahan. I'll do that. And he has declined the first offer. Wow, okay. A little bit of a diva, I see. Miles Mason will go up to about 604. He's decided to sign. And then Enrique Chavez, I'll go up to 412. And he has, he's a chonker. Okay. Well, he's decided to sign as well. So it's going pretty good for us right now on the draft pick side of things. Today is the day to sign draft picks. 60% on Monahan. I'll go up to 832, and he has decided to sign. So we're just down to Reggie Davis, I think, right? No, we've got Estevan Oliveros. Those are the last 2 guys to sign. All right, another day to sign draft picks. 52% for Reggie. We'll go up to 212, and he has chosen to sign. We are 1 pick away. 1 draft pick away. We are 43 and 58. That is absolutely disgusting, but it is what it is. 46%. We can't offer him a contract just yet. We are coming ever so close to that trade deadline. 52%. I'll go 848, and he has chosen to decline it. Wow. Do you really think you can get better money somewhere else, big dog? 58%. I'll go up to like 879K, and he has chosen to sign. We got everybody with a little bit of budget left. I'll take it, I guess. Gary Carter at the plate against K-Rod. I'll try it. All right, Gary. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, top 9 against an all-star closer in K-Rod. What do we got? Nothing there. 99 on the gun. Philly is interested in acquiring third baseman from the Yankees, Alec Boehm. Interesting. Gary Carter's hitting .323 on the season. Not doing too bad. I mean, he made the All-Star game. 1-1 count. Come on, Gary. Come on, Gary. That should have been a base hit, I would think, right? I guess not. Not swinging at that. You're not going to get me. You're not going to get me. Not falling for that BS. But I will fall for that as I foul that off. Just late. Come on, Gary. Just get that timing down and we'll be golden. We'll be golden, golden boy. Oh, the swing and miss. He blew 101 by me. I was not sitting at 101. I will let you know right now. He blew 101 right past me. I was not prepared. That's why they call him K-Rod. Alright, well that's probably the last jump in. As we get ready for the trade deadline, we only sign draft picks, and today is the day. We are 45 and 64. Now, during the last episode, we already got rid of a lot of our guys. We were getting a ton of money, we traded away a lot of those guys. This is the money that we have left over. And if we go to our player salaries, we are going to be paying nobody in 2026 because everybody's a free agent. So the offseason is going to be very interesting. But do I want to move any of these other contracts before the offseason? Because everybody's a free agent. I mean, look at this. We're paying nobody next year. Why do we get all guys with 1-year deals and everybody else in the league gets guys that have 10-year deals? And why in the world do these 2 guys have 10-year deals for pennies? Why is Philly getting paid nothing, $60K for 10 seasons? It's going to be random contracts. I don't get it. Alright, who's going to turn? Chris Sale, how many seasons he having? He's 4-12 with a 5-2. Yeah, Chris Sale's sucking. So we're going to try to get a cheaper contract on the books and get maybe a potential good player. Like a Hunter Green type. No, we can't get Hunter Green. What about a Garrett Crochet? We could be Garrett Crochet. There's potential here. We might do this. If we toss in a guy like Cody Roberts and maybe a guy like Gabriel Arias, that works. Okay. What about a guy like Chad Stevens? That works even better. Alright, Garrett Crochet, welcome aboard. You'll help us out a little bit, I hope. And we dump a lot of money. Tyler Mahle is not good. Well, I mean, he's doing okay for us in AAA. Not having a great season. But we will move on. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we need another starting pitcher in the bigs. And he's making $11 million to do nothing. Who's going to take that spot? Sandy Alcantara. Not having a great year overall-wise. Or ERA-wise. What about Steven the Big Dog Strasburg? I'd probably have to give up too much for him. Who do I want? Or who's going to be available to me? Kerry Wood? Kerry Wood is intriguing, but he's a little bit too valuable. What about CeCe? I'd like to get CeCe. Is CeCe possible? Ben Gamble. We'd have to give up something a little bit more valuable, I think. I'm not really in the market to do that right now. So CeCe might be a future addition to the team, just not right now. Roki Sasaki. I mean, Nick Martinez was an all-star this year. He must be pitching fairly decently. We might as well get him. He's only going to be a rental. Let's give up like EJ Exposito. Alright, there we go. We get an all-star at least on our team. And he's making a little bit of money, but he's only going to be here for a year. It's not that big of a deal. We're probably not going to bring him back. Germán Marquez is the next on the ledger. Who's going to get moved for him? Justin Steele. He usually does simulate fairly well. Martin Dihigo. Oh, he's super valuable. Super valuable. But he's not under contract, so he might be a free agent asset. Let's see. Who do we want? Yuri Perez. Al Leiter, Walker Buehler, Corbin Burns, Logan Webb. All these guys are going to be a little bit too out of the price range. Shane McClanahan. He's a possibility. He's pitching fairly well. I could be down for some Shane. And I could probably be down with getting rid of Verlander. And also a little bit of Rylan Thomas. Yeah, let's do that. Let's free up a bunch of Monet and bring in a nice young pitcher who's got a little bit of control on him. Alright, so we're revamping the starting pitching a little bit. I don't know how it's going to simulate, but at least we're getting some guys with some potential. Do I want to send Kershaw away? I mean, I'm probably not going to re-sign him anyway, so I might as well toss him in a deal. Can I get some prospects for him? Has anybody got any youngsters that they want to give me, like AJ Smith-Shawyer? How about you give me him, and you give me a young bat, like Cole Emerson maybe. That could be decent. You might go for him. We're not going to be able to get Spencer Jones, I don't think. Although I might not be able to do this because Kershaw's money is making the Pirates negative, so it might not be possible. If I put... Who do I want to put in? I can't put anybody that's got, like, making money because it's not going to work. What about if I offer that? Yeah, budgetary constraints, so we're going to have to look for another youngster. Okay, that's not going to be that hard to find. I mean, Hayden Birdsong might be good. We could possibly get him. He's a nice little guy. What about if we toss you... I don't know. I was going to toss Ryan McCarty, but he's injured. Gladney's coming off the injury. What about Herberto Hernandez? And I guess I can toss you a relief pitcher that I don't care about. Like this dude? Nope, not that dude. Looks like none of these guys. Not even Matt Barnes, okay. So none of the relief pitchers do anything. Is there anybody that does anything? Ha-Seong Kim, he does something, but I don't want to give him up right now. Oh, Rodolfo Castro does. 25 years old, C potential, 70 overall. Not hitting amazing in AAA, but he's had a couple of decent games. Would I be willing to give him up? Maybe. I could probably get there. He's not like super valuable. But Johnny DeLuca is probably more of a guy I'd be willing to give up, I think. Yeah, I'll give up Johnny DeLuca. Okay, we get a nice little starting pitcher youngster in Hayden Birdsong. I'll take that. Alright, that's probably enough pitching movement. Unless I want to give up, like, Jose Quintana. I should probably do that. But I'm not going to be able to get a youngster for him, am I? The Sox have anybody? They've got Jacob Mizorowski. We know a little bit about him from a past series. Chase Burns. Can I toss both of them in here? Is this possible? Probably not, right? I would be more willing to give up Rodolfo in this one. It looks like I might need to. Yeah, let me toss in Rodolfo Castro and then give them something else to pair alongside it. This would be a huge get to get these two young pitchers. If anything, for trade value in the future. Because they're going to have decent value. It looks like none of the relief pitchers are going to get it done. What about starters? There's got to be one starter. Chase Petty. I'm not giving up Chase Petty. Zebby Matthews. I don't know who this is, actually. But he's a guy that gets it done. And he gets it done with a little bit of trade value back in return. Well, do you have anybody else? Do I want to be a little greedy? Do I want to get my little grubby fingerprints on another player? If you have anybody. They've got the Torque, Spencer Torkelson. They've also got Bryce Eldridge, which we would be able to add to the deal. Dale Amador we can't add. Looks like we can only add Eldridge. And I'm not mad at that. Bryce Eldridge, another young guy that I didn't think I was going to be able to get. Where's he at? There he is. He's decent. 3 players for 3 players. I'll take it. All right, another. We've revamped our AAA bullpen or AAA starters with Birdsong, Petty, Mizorowski. We already had we have Burns now. We already had Petty. Okay, a little bit of AAA bullpen action there, or AAA starter action. Who else do I want to move on from? Probably Kenley Jansen. We probably need to move on from Kenley. He's just not good in I mean, he's getting shelled in AAA. What do you want me to do with that? He's getting shelled in the AAA. I'm going to need a AAA closer in return. So give me somebody. Jacob Webb. There's got to be a young closer that's got potential, right? Maybe not. Tyler Owens. Okay, we could do that. And then I got to get something else for him. I can't just get Tyler Owens. Not Cam Smith, not Jordan Lawler. I'm just throwing, just seeing. Seeing where the value's at. Do they have any young pitchers? Andrew Painter's down there. Yarlene Susana. It looks like we may only be able to do Tyler Owens for Kenley Jansen, which, I mean, it's not the worst deal in the world. It's just, I thought I'd be able to get a little bit more. I'll take it. We get that money off the books, and at least we get a little bit younger. That's fine. We're going to keep Gary Carter for now. We're going to probably keep Bryce, I think. Although we can probably move Goldie and his expensive contract for being horrible in AAA. I mean, look at these. Oh, he's not. He's in Major. I thought he was in AAA for a second. Who is a guy that we can go for at first base? What about Jacques Caglione, whatever his name is. A young Mark McGwire is interesting. Pasquatch. Ooh, there's Xavier Isaac. I remember him. It looks like the value for Paul Goldschmidt's not going to be amazing, which is not surprising if I'm being absolutely 100% honest with you. I didn't think we'd be able to get anything unbelievable. But I was hoping to be a little bit better than this. Plus, the options aren't, like, crazy good either. Oops. Is there a way we can get Jacques? Probably not, because they're negative money, so we'd either have to trade nobody or we'd have to take on a massive contract, which I'm not really in the market for doing. I mean, I know we have a ton of money available, but I'm not really in the market to take on a fat contract. No, can't do that either. I mean, we could do Xavier Isaac. He's got a little bit of power potential. You know what? Let's just do this. We'll toss the Maiden Longwell as well. And we free up a little bit of money. I mean, we're going to go crazy in the offseason. That's going to be our big movement. Trade deadline, we're just dumping contracts. We're just dumping some contracts. Same thing with Whit Merrifield. We don't need that massive fat contract on our books. Can't do the Rockies because they got no Monet. Christian Campbell. Can we get Christian Campbell? Is that possible? It is if I give up Joseph Ortiz or Colson Montgomery. Well, why do they want a big prospect back in return? That's not fair. How dare they? This is possible. I just got to find the right combination of players. Michael McGreevy. He's having a really good season in Triple A. Or no, Double A. His team around him is not helping him out, but he's pitching fairly well. I could be talked into trading him, I guess. Or maybe junk. Why do I keep doing Gladney? Gabriel Arias gets so close. I wish it just would go through. It might have to be that pitcher that we talked about instead of Jason Jung, Michael McGreevy. It might have to be the big dog. And then this dude. I'd be okay with that, I guess. McGreevy's never going to really do anything for me. Who am I kidding? All right, another prospect added to the team. For trade ban. I mean, look at that. Look at that bar. That could be helpful in a future Legends trade. You never know. We're going to keep A-Rod, obviously. Shortstop, we got Volpe. Bo Jackson we're keeping. Kelenic, I mean, I could be persuaded to trade, but Curtis Granderson, that contract is just a little bit excessive. And he's another one of those guys that's a free agent after the season. So we maybe move on from the Grandy man. Is it time to move? That's funny that both Duke Snyders are right next to each other. Is it time to move on from the Grandy? We also got to find a team that can take on his money, which is not a lot of teams in the league that can take on this contract. The Mets can. They have Julio Rodriguez, J-Rod. Who else can take on this contract? There's nobody. The Red Sox can. The Yankees can. And the Tigers can. They have Kirby Puckett. Can I get Kirby? He's having a pretty good season. It's probably going to be too hard to get him, though. Yeah, Kirby's probably off limits. I think we might just have to ride it out with who we have with Granderson, because I don't think anybody... There's just no teams that have the money to be able to take on $31.2 million. We were able to free up a lot of money, though. We were able to free up a ton more money. Leaves us with $159.89 million. We're going to be paying $53 million in contracts next year. That's going to change once we get to the offseason. Granderson, I don't know if we re-sign. Maybe in the offseason we can trade him. Who knows? Maybe like a sign-and-trade type of thing. Jose Bautista, we're going to try to re-sign. I think A-Rod, we're obviously going to re-sign. So that's going to be a lot of our money right out the gates, which is why I want to free up all this money in the first place. Bryce is another guy that I might trade. Larry Walker, I might trade. I might not be done yet. I might trade Big Larry. But there's not a lot of teams, again, who have the ability to take on these contracts. Acuna got hurt. It's kind of crazy. Andre Dawson. Big Christmas. John Kenzie Noel. That could be pretty fun. He's just a backup. We don't need him for anything too crazy. A lot of my guys with deep potential are hurt, unfortunately. What about if I give that, and I give that? Actually, you know what? Give me Danny Jimenez. There we go. Give me Big Christmas. There we go. John Kenzie Noel, welcome aboard. We free up even more money. The only other guy that I would consider is Bryce. Do I want to give up Bryce Harper? I mean, he's having a really good season. 22 home runs, 64 RBIs, 335 average, slugging over 600, OPS over 1,000. I mean, he's probably not... It's probably not the right idea to trade him. Especially with $25 million, it's going to be hard to find a team that can take it. We could do a 1-for-1 with McGuire. The other Mark McGuire, the old one, the steroid one. I think we're just going to stay with this team. Because I can't trade him to any other team except for a couple. So I think we're just going to stay with this team. We freed up about $180 million for the offseason. 183. We're going to need to use a big chunk of that to get back Jose Bautista, A-Rod, and probably Craig Biggio, like the three guaranteed ones. These two at least are absolutely guaranteed, Jose Bautista and A-Rod. The rest, I mean, Kurt Schilling we're going to bring back. Andrew Miller, maybe. I don't know. The team's going to look a lot different next year, that's for sure. I know that for a fact. But we need to we need to move some guys down to AAA, so... We've got Schilling, Crochet, Woo, McClanahan, Martinez. Birdsong needs to go down to AAA. Patty's at AAA. Mizorowski needs to be at AAA. So the AAA lineups just got heavily improved. Relief pitching, bullpen's looking okay. We don't need to move anybody else down anymore, but Xavier Isaac needs to be down in AAA, though. And Fielder can probably come up. He needs to be on the 40-man. Alright, Fielder on the 40-man. He can come up. Christian Campbell needs to go down. Joseph Ortiz, I guess, can stay up. It's fine. We need to sign some free agent center fielders, that's for sure. Big Christmas is going to be up. I might move up Colson Montgomery, actually. Might put him up on the big squad. We need to sign some free agent center fielders, though. Old McCutcheon is in free agency. I might sign him. 2-year deal, I'm fine with that. Okay, center fielder Hector Rodriguez will sign. Luis Baez will sign. Just need to get some bodies. Who else is here? Old Tommy Pham and Billy Williams. DJ LeMahieu. He used to be unbelievable. There's not a lot of crazy good guys here. But the center fielder looks, or the center field position looks a little bit better now, a little bit more depth. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the way the team looks. We freed up a lot of money, did a lot of crazy things, and we will skip the trade deadline or move on from the trade deadline. There's some of the trades that we made. There's Garrett Crochet. Today is the deadline to sign draft picks. We already did that. We signed everybody. And that is where we will end the episode. So next episode, we will end the season. We're not going to do any off-season stuff or any postseason stuff because we're not going to make the postseason, I wouldn't think. But We dumped a lot of contracts. It was a huge salary dump of a trade deadline, but it's all in preparation for this offseason where there's going to be a ton of free agents available, plus guys that we have to bring back on our own team. So we're not going to have that much money when it comes to year number 2. We're going to be paying a lot of guys a lot of money. So if you enjoyed this one, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.